much from the conference coming in. You guys completely shut him down. How much of that was the focus in this game?
Well, we felt like we needed to stop the run in this game, and I felt like they were going to come out and try to run the football against our front and really try to control the clock, and that's what we tried to do. So that was our main point of emphasis, was stopping the run.
In general, that's been a strong point of this defense over the last couple of years. You feel like a game like this, when you kind of know the offense is predicated on the running game, you guys feel pretty confident you can have success?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do what we do, and we had to run our defense better than they ran their offense, and that was really the plan all week, based on what we'd seen off the things they were trying to do offensively, not only before they had the quarterback change, but after they had the quarterback change. But they threw the ball quite a bit more tonight than what I anticipated. I think a lot of it was because of how we were playing the run, which is a tribute to our front seven.
Some of the guys have talked about getting turnovers. The defense has played pretty well recently, but haven't got turnovers. They got obviously 3 interceptions tonight. How important is that?
Right. Yeah, we had 3 interceptions and the 1 turnover that set up a score. And we're a turnover-oriented defense, and we preset a lot, we work on a lot in practice, and so when we have an opportunity to get turnovers in a game, we take advantage of. We're real happy about that.
How much of an advantage is it for your defense going against a backup quarterback?
Well, I think anytime you have an opportunity to play a guy that's not been in there to get all the reps in fall camp and throughout the first 4 weeks of the season, it's obviously going to be somewhat to our advantage when you look at probably 3 or 4 to 1 reps where the starter had, and this guy was a backup. But this quarterback had played the last 2 weeks, and they were giving him more and more each week, and they gave him more tonight in the passing game. So obviously they feel good about him and what his future is at Utah.
Capote usually come on in recent games. What's the change in him?
The biggest thing is he's been healthy. I think he's using his hands really well. We've changed some techniques in terms of how we're working our hands with the defensive line in the off season. I think the guys are really buying into it, and it's really helping them get off blocks and make plays. And he didn't start the first 4 weeks of the season. Now he's been a starter the last 3 weeks because he played better than Kendrick Payne. So I think that's helped him as well. But I think the biggest thing is he's been 100%. He's been healthy. He had a groin, he had a shoulder, he's been kind of nicked up. But he's a disruptive player, and I think he's got a real bright future here at Cal.
You said earlier this week that you wanted to get Brennan Scarlett and Cam Jackson in there. What was your impression of how they played?
Well, I'm going to have to take a look at the tape, but I thought that Brennan came in there and played well. All his run fits were very good, and he got off blocks and made plays, and Cam gave up the one play right there at the end of the game, which I was a little bit disappointed in. But he's a developing player that's got to get out there and play, because if we'd had one injury tonight, he would have been out there as a full-time starter the rest of the game. So having those guys get some mop-up duty in a game and get some reps are very important for their development.
Defense fed off kind of just sheer impact of some of the hits that caused turnovers. It just seemed like you guys got plugged a couple of Utah guys really well. Does that help increase the energy of the team and defense?
I think it does. We're gonna be an aggressive unit, and that's what we preach. We want to be aggressive, and we want to be aggressive and fit in our gaps to stop the run. And now we want to affect the quarterback when it's a passing type situation. I felt like we did that tonight.
Who did you feel was particularly effective in terms of the pass rush today? You had a lot of people that were involved.
I'd have to take a look at the tape to give you a clear-cut answer, but I thought some of it was the rush, some of it was the pressure. We had some sacks when we rushed forward. We had some sacks and we man pressured. We had some sacks and we zone pressured. So I think it was just a combination of all those things that allowed some guys to have an opportunity to make some plays.
Any more questions?
Coach, well said. Thank you.